Hey Saints, you are watching SFHS Today, and I'm JJ.
And I'm Amelia. Tuesday evening, Jackie and Kathleen spent some time talking with Shelley, a St. Francis mother whose son has entered into treatment after struggling with drug abuse.
Shelley and other St. Francis parents have started a new activist group whose aim is to start a public dialogue for the growing drug problem in St. Francis.
Here's Jackie and Kathleen with the interview.
So I understand that you're part of this organization against the drug abuse going on in the community. Do you want to tell us more about that and how it got started, who started it?
Well, it was a bunch of us. It was a bunch of us parents. You know, after this last death that we heard about in high school, we just decided enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's called St. Francis Community for Drug Awareness. And it is parents that are tired of all the drug use. We certainly can't stop the drug use, but we want to educate people about it. You know, maybe what to look for. Although it was right in my house and I had no idea. He lost 30 pounds and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
And he's not a big kid. He's a very skinny kid. But when you're around it all day, every day, you don't notice people losing weight. He wore long sleeves to cover the track marks in his arms. Didn't think anything of that either. He did have some frequent outbursts, and he still does. He was never an angry person outward, but he is now.
Watch the rest of our interview with Shelley online at thesfhscrier.com.
Meanwhile, Michael spoke with Jody Burton, an LPN at the ISD 15 Neopath Clinic, on signs of substance abuse.
Recently, a group of parents were featured on Channel 9 News bringing their concerns to the ISD 15 school board about drug issues in the community. We spoke with LPN Jody Burton at Neopath to get information on signs of addiction. What are some of the main signs of chemical abuse?
The warning signs for drug use are going to be withdrawal, isolation, fatigue, depression, aggressive behavior, deteriorating relationships with your family, change in friends, a drop in academic performance, and a loss of interest in your hobbies and school.
Okay. What should people do if they see these signs in friends or family members?
Definitely, we're saying that all teachers or students should report those to a counselor or administrator within the school. Contact their parents if it is close friends that are concerned. And also, you may even, depending on the severity, have an intervention within the family structure and or with the school, and then be able to send that person to a treatment facility depending on the severeness of the illness.
Now back to you in the studio.
In other news, Tuesday, sophomore students took the ACT plan test during first, second, and third hours.
As regulations change, Minnesota has adopted the ACT plan test as the new standardized test.
This test helps students better prepare for the ACT, which is most commonly taken after their junior year.
Freshmen no longer have to take the MCA writing test, but 10th and 11th graders still have to take the reading and math MCA test in the spring.
The drama department has been hard at work preparing for their play, The Plot Like Gravy Thickens.
Students have been staying after school for weeks getting ready for their opening night, which also happens to be on Halloween.
The play runs October 31st, November 1st and 2nd at 7 p.m. and November 3rd at 2 p.m.
Tickets are $5 in advance for members of the cast, $8 at the door for adults, $6 for students and seniors.
Important news for seniors, Senior Day is next Wednesday in the IMC. This day is for seniors to explore their options, as many college reps and military recruiters will be available to talk to.
Seniors can come down at any point of the day. There will be snacks, prizes, and many resources for students to use.
I have here with us Abraham, really first time, and we're going to talk about Senior Day. What is Senior Day?
Senior Day is actually new this year. It is a day when all the seniors in the entire high school are going to be invited down to the IMC. While they're there, they're going to be able to apply for at least one college if they're ready to apply to college. If they need help applying, we'll help them do that. If they need career or college planning, they can talk to myself or one of their counselors. We're going to have a lot of volunteers from the community. and colleges around the area that are going to be there to help out. And we're also going to have military reps if we have students that are interested in getting more information about the military.
And when is Senior Day?
Senior Day is going to be Wednesday, October 30th. And seniors will get a pass and a packet of information ahead of time with a specific hour and time that they are to come to the IMC.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Also, seniors, your senior pics and quotes are due soon.
Pictures and quotes are due to Mr. Olson no later than October 31st.
That's all we have for you today, Saints. Stay tuned for the random question thing, weather, and sports.
It's the random question ding ding.
I don't even know.
Wait, are you telling me?
What does the fox say? Cock-a-doodle-doo?
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll. That's what the fox says.
It doesn't say anything, it's an animal.
Win, din, 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 din.
Hey Saints, the forecast this weekend looks like it'll stay pretty stable throughout the weekend. Let's start it off today with a high of 49 and a low of 32. It's partly sunny with a 2% chance of precipitation. Moving on to Saturday, we have a high of 44 and a low of 29. It'll stay partly cloudy and even slightly breezy. On Sunday, let's change it up. The low is 34 and the high is 49. It's going to be partly sunny and then move on to be pretty cloudy and a 7% chance of precipitation. But overall, it looks like a great weekend to get out and enjoy the fall weather. See you next week, Saints!
This week in sports, the football boys played their final game Tuesday night at home.
This was the first section game, and even though they had beaten Cambridge earlier in the season, they couldn't come up with a win.
It was a cold and very close game, and the Saints lost captain Patrick Waddell with a knee injury in the last quarter.
In the end, Cambridge beat the Saints with a score of 37-31.
Jaden Galdinier caught up with senior football captain Max Gus to talk about his season.
My name is Max Gust. I'm a senior and I play running back.
How long have you been playing football for?
I've been playing since as long as I can remember. I don't get touch football.
What is your motivation?
Motivation would probably be to keep working hard so I can play college football.
What's the best memory you have playing?
My best memory probably would be beating Cambridge at their homecoming.
What college would you like to attend to play football?
At this point, I'm undecided.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jaden. In other sports news, our volleyball girls had a home game against Princeton and came out with a win, 3-0.
They will now continue through sections playing the Blue Jackets on Friday at Cambridge.
Moving over to the dance team, they had practice all this week for the tryouts tonight.
Volleying over to tennis ladies, they had their banquet on Monday night and received the Academic All-Conference Award.
They also got a chance to introduce the new off-season leaders.
They are juniors Megan Deans, Kristen Hain, and Alex Hillshine.
We caught up with the girls earlier in the week.
Were you guys surprised to be chosen as the new off-season leaders?
Yes. Yes. No.
Did you expect it?
I did, personally. I really didn't. Neither did I. It was definitely a nice surprise. Yeah.
How did this season go?
It was a progressive season. We improved a lot from last year.
How do you think next season is going to go?
I think it'll go okay. There will be a lot of people moving up from JV onto varsity, so it'll probably be pretty similar to this season, or at least improving that.
Do you think the new conference had any impact in how the season went?
Definitely. There was a lot harder competition this year. More to get used to.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the update.
Cold weather reminds us that hockey season is coming up. Some of the hockey players chatted with us about the upcoming season.
How do you feel about the upcoming hockey season?
Yeah, we got some pretty big shoes to fill.
And what have you done in the off season to prepare?
I usually go to the Y and get ripped with Lucas Carroll.
And how do you guys feel about the new conference?
Should be dominant. We just got to come in hard and beat out our teams.
All right, thank you.
To wind out the sports segment, cross country ran over to Cloquet yesterday for the section meet.
As the fall sports come to an end, we'll be keeping you updated on season results and looking ahead to winter sports. Follow us on Twitter at SFHS Media.
Well, that's all for today, Saints. Hopefully we'll see you next week.